in Ethiopia, they yesterday celebrated the 81st anniversary of the Patriots' Victory Day to honor the gallantry of Ethiopian patriots in the struggle against Italian forces, which marked the end of the fascist aggression in the country. New Central TV's Niyi Omoniyi took account of the sacrifices paid by Ethiopian patriots and the significance of this day in this report.
The Second Italo-Ethiopian War, also referred to as the Second Italo-Abyssinian War, was a war of aggression that was fought between Italy and Ethiopia from October 1935 to 37. War had broken out without a formal declaration, and Adwa has fallen, a symbolic place for the Italian army because of the defeat at the Battle of Adwa by the Ethiopian army during the First Italo-Ethiopian War. The crowd in the capital demonstrates against Italy as news of the Italian invasion comes through.
Italy wants to make war against my people. We are a peace-loving country and have much work to do here in Ethiopia without being troubled by foreign countries. We do not want war, but if we are attacked, we fight to the last drop of our blood to protect our home.
The Ethiopian counteroffensive managed to stop the Italian advance for a few weeks, but the superiority of the Italians' weapon, particularly heavy artillery and airstrikes with bombs and chemical weapons, prevented the Ethiopians from taking advantage of the initial successes. On 29 March 1936, Graziani bombed the city of Ara, and 2 days later, the Italians won a decisive victory in the Battle of Metru, which nullified any possible organized resistance of the Ethiopians. News of the brutal invasion outraged African Americans, many of whom increasingly saw Ethiopia, an ancient cradle of civilization, as their true ancestral homeland. Large crowds of African Americans gathered around the registration desk, volunteering to take on a fascist Italian dictator who is soon to become Hitler's fiercest collaborator. The continent's only remaining nation to avoid colonization in Europe's scramble for Africa has just been invaded by Benito Mussolini. And more than 7,000 miles away, in a historic display of Pan-Africanism, Black American community drafted itself to defend the empire of Ethiopia when no one else would. The intervention of British forces and other allies, as well as the heroics of Ethiopian Patriots, however, helped preserve Ethiopia's independence. Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia made a grand entrance into the capital city, Addis Ababa, on May 5, 1941, to mark the end of the Italian occupation. Ever since, Ethiopians have annually commemorated Selassie's famous arrival into the capital as a victory day to honor Ethiopians' patriots. Yearly in Addis Ababa, government leaders, diplomats, patriot associations, and CT residents turn out to honor veterans who fought in the resistance movement between 1935 and 1941. However, this year's celebration might be different as Ethiopia's Tigray War escalates. Niyi Omoniyi, New Central.
Thanks to Niyi Omoniyi for that very interesting report, and of course, telling us about the Ethiopian Patriots Day.
Indeed, we've been taken back to school, a bit of a history lesson out there.